right, friends, let's go ahead and start. We're going to do our, well, not yet. We're going to do our alphabet first. We're going to do it with our quartiles. What are our quartiles? They are M, A, E, M, and S. Begin.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Very nice. Go ahead and put it in here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to alphabetize these words. And I want you to notice what they have in common. What do they have in common?
T-O.
They have the T and the O. Very nice. So if they have two first ones, what do? We go where?
The next one.
Go to the next letter. So, with looking at these, look at the third letter. Which one do you think is going to be? So we have, there are two L's. So T-O-L, T-O-L, what are you going to do?
E. Go to the next one.
Thank you. I'm like, what?
I said
Go to the next letter, and it's the
L.
So which one is first? Toll or tolerate?
Tolerate.
Tolerate, and then we have toll. So let's look at the next one. Look at the third letter. Y.
N.
N. So you think tonight is correct? You
Yes.
agree, Mia? Yes. Go ahead and put it in order. Next one. We have toy, town, toppled,
Two.
Two. Do you agree, Leah?
Yeah.
I agree.
And the
too.
next one is
We have T-O-P, T-O-W, T-O-Y. Which one? Toppled means it fell over. So which one's next, toy or town?
Town.
Town, do you agree? So the last one is
Toy.
toy. Very nice. So Mia, if you'll go ahead and stack those up, we're going to do our morphing deck, and then we'll do our reading deck. All right, go ahead and stand, friends. Okay. Now we're on affix. Affix is connected to a
Base word.
base word, and it changes the
Meaning of the
meaning. So a suffix is at the
End of the word.
and a prefix is at the
Beginning.
okay.
A-S is
More than one.
More than one
Again, it's happening right now.
happening right now.
Happen later.
Happened in the
Past.
past. There you go.
Right.
More than one.
More than one. ER.
Like a player or like
A
a painter that
painter.
does paint.
Very nice. So someone who does something like paint, but we also have something that does something like a
You're faster.
like a joiner, fastener. Good. It fastens. Excellent. Good example.
E-S is
EST.
is
So if I said fastest,
it's
Goodest.
goodness, or the most, we're comparing. Let's do this one.
E-N.
This one is, it's kind of a newer one. So to do something to something, if I wanted to widen something, I want to make
This is
it,
made out of wood.
or it's made out of something. Very nice. Oh, hands down, little girl. Very nice. Let's do our reading deck. Ready? Vowel pair.
Vowel pair
Are
is
two vowels
in
and
one syllable.
Nicely done.
O-I,
Coil,
oi. A-I,
boat,
Sail.
sail, A. O-O, moon, oo. A-Y, tray, A. O-O, book, oo. Continent. Consonants are sounds.
Close the mouth. The sound is
Lock,
tongue for the
tongue, teeth for lip.
nicely done.
And sink,
Special situations.
I-G-H-Y,
I.
A, watch,
A.
A watch.
Ah. Vowels.
So,
Vowels are sound.
vowels.
Open
And
and
void. The vowels are
A-E-I-O-U.
nicely done.
closed syllable.
A
Closed syllable ends with a consonant. The vowel in a closed syllable is short, coated with a breathe.
Nicely done.
O, apple, twist, ah. A, apple, A. I,
And
itch,
do it again.
A, apple, A.
Ah.
I, itch, I. U, umbrella, E, elephant, N.
Very nicely done. Go ahead and have a seat. Let's do it the other end. Okay. Mirrors. I'm going to get one to Leah has hers. And you're going to do mask. So you look at my lips and mouth and you also Leah's. Okay. And feel your own, of course, behind your mask. Let's begin. First one, joy.
Joy.
Boy.
Boy.
Toy.
Toy.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Roy.
Roy.
Employ.
Employ.
What do you hear that's the same?
Oi.
The oi sound, very nice. So say oi.
Oi.
Is your mouth open? Is the sound voiced? Or is the sound blocked by the tongue, teeth, or lips? Say oi. Oi. It is voiced. The mouth is, the sound is flowing out, so that means it is
A vowel.
It is a vowel sound. Nicely done. Go ahead, I'll take your mirror, baby. All right, so it is a vowel sound. Let's see how it's spelled. And we did do our oi before, like in, I'm trying to think of what it was. Coil. Coil. If we said oi, coil, then it's spelled in a different way. Let's look up here. Here's initial. The initial position spelling O-I-L, oil. What says oi in oil?
O-I.
An initial. O-I-N-K, oink.
O-I.
O-N-I. Let's look at the medial spelling of oi. C-O-I-N, coin. O-I-S-P-O-I-L. And O-I. Now let's look at the final position. We have T-O-Y, toy. E-N-J-O-Y, enjoy. In the final position, how do we spell oi? It's the O-Y. So can we use O-Y in the medial position?
No.
No. Can we use it in the initial?
No.
No. Can we use it in the final?
Yes.
Yes, we can. So we take this way. Nicely done, y'all. All right, here's my riddle. Man is grown up, but when he is younger, he is called a
Boy.
He is a boy. Very nice. Let's do it.
O-I, boy, oi. O-I, boy, oi. O-I, boy, oi.
Nicely done. All right, we're going to stand. Let's do our blending. Ready? All right. J, oi.
Joy.
Nicely done. N, j, oi.
Enjoy.
Nicely done. Let's do this one. K, a, v, oi.
Convoy.
Convoy. Nicely done. T, oi.
Toy.
Very nice. All right, have a seat. We're going to go ahead and do our coding. Let's do some up here together. I'm going to turn my page, so I'm doing the right thing. Let's do this one. J-O-Y. You have your card out. We're looking at special coding. First, is there an affix, is there a prefix or suffix?
No.
No, so nothing to box. The special new concept that we've learned today is our O-Y. So looking at this, we are going to arc it just like this. And it is a vowel pair. 2 vowels in 1 syllable. So can we divide these?
No.
No, keep them together. Let's go ahead and do this one. E-M-P-L-O-Y. Is there a prefix or suffix?
No.
No affixes, but we do have our special coding right here. Do I see anything else? Remember, check your list
Yes.
in number 1. Do we have any other special
No.
codes?
E.
Well, that is the next step. We are going to do our vowels. This is a vowel pair. What's the next step after this? We're doing what? Yes, ma'am.
C.
Yeah, we have our 2 consonants. 2 consonants, so we're going to divide where? Mia, excuse me.
The L-E?
Very nice, right here in the middle. Can this vowel say its name?
Yeah. No.
It can't. Why not, Mia?
Because there's an M.
The M is following it. So is this open or closed?
Closed.
It's closed, so it's going to be short. This one, our vowels are already coded. So if we say E-M, this says first syllable is M, second syllable is ploy. So what is this word? Employ. Nicely done. So a little bit stronger, we're going to accent employ. This one's a little bit stronger. Let's do the next one. D-E-P-L-O-Y. Is there an affix, prefix, or suffix?
No.
No, there is not. So we're going to go ahead and arc our O-Y. Is there anything else? A C, a silent T, a G? No arc control vowel.
E.
There's not. So we're going to go ahead and go to the vowel. We've got our double vowel here. And next step is to
Consonant.
put in the consonants between the vowels. And if we look at this, we have We have VCC with our vowel. Usually we divide it here, but with this one, we're doing the second one. Second choice, which happens sometime, is to divide it after that first vowel. Because if I did, it'd be deploy. Is that a word?
No.
It's not a word. So second choice, we're gonna divide it right here. Can this E say its name?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Can it?
No.
Yes.
Let's see, is there anything closing it?
No.
No, there's not. So instead of close, it is and
Long.
it's long and it's an open syllable. So what does the first syllable say?
Deploy.
Deploy. Deploy. It's kind of like, remember when soldiers, they are deploying, they're leaving and going somewhere, usually overseas. So here are three. Deploy, we look at it. Which one is accent? Deploy. Deploy. I agree. All right, so you're going to go ahead, you're going to code for your paper. Don't forget, in the phrases and in the sentences, only code words you don't know. I think this one was pretty easy. Okay, reading, whisper reading, very nice. Go ahead and read these comments. Nicely done. Go ahead and read the first sentence. On the
stage.
Yeah, the flensed. Can that you say its name?
Yeah. No.
No, it can't. So now do it.
Steps.
Yes. Now read it again fluently. Much better. Okay. Now you're done with these. Read the sentences. Okay. Yeah. Read the second sentence to me.
Will enjoy seeing the convoy all trucks drive by.
Nicely done. Read the third sentence to me.
Troy, the annoying boy, hollered at the pet store.
Nice. Let's go ahead and read the sentences together. Get your finger. Follow along. Together. Roy's toy.
Made noise as he played on the steps.
We will.
enjoy seeing the convoy of trucks drive by.
Nice. Troy,
The
the.
annoying boy hollered at the
Number
pet
8.
store.
What did he do? He loitered. Loiter means hanging out. If you're hanging out in front of the store, you're not really going in, you're just hanging out there. Last one. Her
joy of the day is the birth of a kitten.
And read that again. There's one that was missed. Her joy for the day was the birth
of the kitten.
Much better, turn the page. We're going to go ahead and we are doing the letter K. Good, I see everybody sitting all the way up. Now, we're doing the lower K today. Let me erase lowercase. Here, if we did lowercase, pull down, left, right. Now, what I'm going to do is over top of it, I'll do our cursive K. So, we're going to first curve up, loop left, all the way down. Over, close, curve to the right. So, what's the same? What's the same?
They both have the line goes
They both have
up.
the line going up. Anything else?
It's kind of like it's connected. When you go up.
Yes, you kind of see up and it's going out. So, and differences, it's differences?
Some more lines.
It has more lines, the curved lines. Go ahead and stand. Let's do a sky writing. Okay. So, pointing, looking, arms go. Ready? Name it.
K.
Curve up, left, down, over, around, close, slant to the right. Do it again.
K.
Curve up,
over,
down,
up,
around, slant to the right. One more time.
K.
Curve up,
over, down,
around, Add to the right. Let me see it all the way.
K.
Nicely done. All right, take your finger and how many times can you trace it? 3 times. And name it. What is it?
K.
K. Looking good? And then do your best copy. Looking good. Go to the next page. And go ahead and the first row, connected K's. Top's good. Leg's good. Sticking out. There you go, better. I want you to do the top, make it narrow. Alright, connected K's, that's top. Go ahead and do 3. And then copy each of those words 1 time. Looking good? There you go, Mia. Once you've done each of those, kind of look how you did. Okay, excellent. That person, very nice. Go ahead and you can turn to the next page. And there you'll find, that's beautiful. There you find that paragraph for just a moment. Your goal is to read it out loud, whisper read it fluently. Remember, if you don't know a word, you can go back and reread to figure it out. Go ahead. Begin. Bless you. We'll do it just for a moment, then we'll move on to our spelling. Okay, stop and let's think. Did you read it? Feel smooth, right? Where'd you know?
Nope.
Alright, you can go ahead and turn to the next page. We're going to do our spelling and then we'll do that. So go ahead and stand. We're going to do our spelling deck. Ready? Just me. I'm right over here, girl. Getting a little nervous? No worries. Okay. The mother.
T-H.
T-H, right big in there for me. O, rope.
O-E.
O with a silent E. Nice. What about O, snow? Oh, we haven't gotten there yet. What about
O-O-W.
what about apple?
A.
A, nice and big. R star?
A-R.
A-R. What about I-5?
I-E.
Alright, that sound E. Nice. O, opener.
O.
Just that O. Let's do D, dog.
D.
What about if it's D, smiled?
D. E-D.
E-D, nice and big. You can say it too. Or fork?
O-R.
Nice. It is, what about fern?
E-R.
E-R, nicely done. Giraffe?
G.
Just with that G. Let's do E, feet.
E-E.
Nice. What about E, athlete?
E.
E.
Silent E.
With a silent E, nice. Let's go ahead and let's do our spelling. Ready? Hot seat. 1, 2. And dry erase markers right here. Go ahead and take out your counters. Put these aside. Pencils. Over on here. I'll go ahead and put these. Let's do. Now, our new concept today, what did we learn? What makes the oi sound?
O-Y.
O-Y. Can we do it in the initial, medial, or final? Where do we want to
Final.
go? Final, nicely done. So we're going to focus on that. First word we're going to do is boy. Say it.
Boy.
Boy. Ready? Arm it. Boy. Nice. Go ahead and pull.
Oy.
How many
Two.
sounds?
Two.
There are 2 sounds. First sound, B. How do we spell it?
B.
B.
O-Y.
Second, how do we spell oi at the end of the word?
O-Y.
O-Y. Make sure you have it under 1 counter. Nicely done. You can erase. Let's do joy. Say
Joy.
it. Joy. Arm it.
J,
Joy. Joy. Pull it.
J,
Nicely done. First sound.
J,
J and
O-Y.
O-Y at the end of the word. Nicely done. Erase. Let us do ploy. Say it.
Ploy.
Arm it. Ploy. Ploy. Pull it.
3,
3. You agree? Nicely done. First sound.
P-L-O-Y.
P.
L,
L. There's I. See, you got it. Nicely done. Erase. Let's do convoy. Say it.
Convoy.
Ready? V. Oy. Convoy. Now pull it. Let's see.
Right?
So we have our 5.
C,
First sound.
C,
Is it a C or a K?
C.
C. What's the next vowel?
O,
O. So if it's a O, it's a C. Nicely done.
N,
V,
O,
O,
Y.
Y.
O, Y. Nicely done. Erase. Let's do one more. Let's do soy. Say it.
Soy.
Soy. Arm it. Soy.
Soy.
Soy. Pull it.
Soy.
Nice.
3,
Let's see.
no,
Soy. How many?
2.
2. Nice. How do we spell it?
S-O-Y.
And then we have our O-Y. Soy, like a soybean. Erase. Go ahead and get your counters away. And then take out your dictionary. Let's find these. Okay. Put on my overhead camera so we can see together. That roll away? Here, here you go, guys. Get in there? There. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to the OI page. OI 26. 26, just for time. So look at the top. Move my mouse under the camera. So we did some OI words. Now let's do both. Let's go ahead. Now, we've already talked about that. Okay, we've already talked about final position. Let's do this one. Employ. Say it.
employ,
Employ. Where do we hear the oi sound?
in the final,
Final. So how do we spell it?
E,
M.
P,
Employ. Employ. P.
P,
L-O-Y.
Nicely done. Employ. Let's do convoy. Say it.
Convoy.
Convoy.
Final.
Where do we hear it? Final position. So how do we spell oi?
C-O-N
V,
V-O-Y.
Nicely done. Let's do the name Roy. Say it.
Roy,
Where do we hear oi?
at the final,
And the final. Final. So it's a name. So first name. So it needs to be a, don't forget, it's a name, so it needs to be a capital.
capital, O,
O and
Y.
Y. Nicely done. Let's go ahead and do one more. Let's do koi.
Koi.
Koi. Where do we hear it?
Final.
final,
Final position. So is it K? Is the first sound, is it C or is it K?
C.
It is a C. Got that O coming next.
C.
C and then
O,
and
Y.
and Y. Nicely done. Go ahead and take your dictionaries, put them away. Alright guys, so go ahead and go back to your packet highlighter. Circle our strategy that we're working on, which is questioning. Do this.
Ask yourself.
Yep. So in questioning, it is, look at the first one. What questions come to mind when you are
I'm
reading? What do you
No.
wonder about? Look at the first one. What might
Happen
next?
How
How?
will the story end?
And
Why did the author write this?
so author's purpose. And
Yes.
the last one.
What
What
else?
else do I want to know
So-
about this?
Yeah, so thinking what else do I want to know? Like, oh, I wonder why rocks are formed in the crust of the earth.
Like, what's gonna be next?
Or what's going to be next. Go ahead and turn to the next page. Remember, questioning, we've been talking about questioning. It helps you to think about what's important and think about your own thinking, okay? And do you understand what you're reading? If you're not coming up with questions or you're wondering, that helps you to realize if you understand what you're reading or not. So today we do have a poem. Looking at the poem, how many stanzas are there?
2?
There are 2 stanzas. How many lines are there?
8.
There are 8 lines. Nice, you guys
How
been doing
did
this.
you do it so fast?
I'm counting.
She's counting. It's not too long today. So we talked about there's 2 levels of questioning. One is a literal, where we find it right in the passage or the poem. And there's interpretive, where is the answer in there? No. It's something you need to think about and come up with the answer. It's not right there. Use the clues to help you answer the question. So making sure when we find the answer in here, but even when you're thinking about the answer, we need to have evidence. I know your teacher's been talking a lot about that. Get your evidence to back up your answers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through it, and I really want you to think about what's happening in here, and think about author's purpose. And we'll ask some questions. This is titled, Who Has Seen the Wind? So your eyes are on it, eraser or fingers pointing to the words. Who has seen the wind? Neither I nor you. But when the leaves hang trembling, the wind is passing through. Who has seen the wind? Neither you nor I. But when the trees bow down their heads, the wind is passing by. Very nice. So what we're going to do is answer some questions. What's kind of nice is on your next page, I have printed out these cards. So why don't you look at the next ones, and they're the same as the ones I'm going to put before you. And what we're going to do is look at them and decide which ones are literal, the answer's right there, and which ones are interpretive, where we need to use what we know and the evidence in here to come up with an answer. Okay, so I'm just going to cut them out. We'll do a couple together, and then I'll have you guys work together for just a bit. So first one, let's look at this one. It says, have you seen the wind? Have we seen the wind?
No.
Are we able to see it?
No.
No, we can't really see it. Is there evidence that we can see it, like it's there?
No.
What do you think? Like how do we know the wind is there? We can't actually see it.
Because when our shirts blow.
When your shirts are blowing. So, but can we see it?
No.
No, we can't. So if we look at this and we think about it, I'm going to do one more and we'll decide is it literal or not. So is there evidence from the poem that can we see the wind?
No.
Is that right there? No. No. So that's going to be more interpretive. You had to kind of look at it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put an I here to indicate that is interpretive. Let's go ahead and look at another one. This says, I'm going to do, which one? I'm going to do this one. Who has seen the wind? Who has seen the wind?
Nobody.
Nobody. What does it say in the poem about who has seen the poem? Who has seen the wind? Let's look back at the poem. That's one of the first questions. Who has seen the wind? And then it says what?
No.
You can go back one page. I'll just have you stay on the poem. You don't have to look. It says, who has seen the wind? Neither.
Have I, and neither have you.
So they haven't seen the wind, nor I, nor you. So who has seen the wind?
No. Nobody.
No. Is the answer in the poem?
No.
Let's see. What does it say?
Yes.
What does it say?
It says neither
Neither I
or neither you.
nor you. So this one is right there. I would say, this one, I would say is literal because we can look in here and it says, you can just keep it on the poem suite. It says, well, I have it and you have it. Neither I nor you. So this I would say is literal. This one is interpretive. Let's try one more together, okay? And we did talk about this one. How do we see the wind? These are, with a poem, it's kind of more thinking questions. You really have to go back. It says, how do we see the wind? What did you guys say about how we see the wind?
Trees.
No, your shirt's blowing.
Trees, shirts blowing, trees going down. Very nice. Well, let's look in the poem. Does it tell us how we see the wind?
It
Let's see.
says how. Wait.
Let me read through it. I want you to think about, is it telling us how we can see the wind? That's the question. Who has seen the wind? Neither I nor you. But when the leaves hang trembling, the wind is passing through. And it says, who has seen the wind? Neither you nor I. But when the trees bow down their heads, the wind is passing by. So how can we see the wind? Look at the first stanza. Who can see the wind? Neither I nor you. But when the leaves hang trembling, the wind is passing through. So let's look. Does it tell us
Yeah.
how we can see the wind?
Yes.
You're right. Here, go back to your poem so you can see it, baby. So Aaliyah's saying it's this line, the third line in the first stanza. But when the leaves, yes, she says it right here. But when the leaves hang trembling, the wind's passing through. So if the leaves are trembling, shaking, is the wind coming through?
Yes.
Yes. So we can see it here. Look at the second stanza. Who has seen the wind? Neither you nor I. But when the trees bow down their heads, the wind is passing by. So what's the other literal one there? Mm-hmm.
7.
Yep, the seventh line when they're.
So this one is I. No.
So this one's L. It is literal. Very nice. Yes. So we have just a few more minutes. We're going to go through here. I'm going to have you guys look at these. I'm going to read them. How does the poet feel about the wind? Why do you think the poet wrote this poem? Why did the tree bow down their heads? So I'm going to have you guys work on these three and either place it in the literal or the interpretive. Go ahead and
That one.
you decide. Which one? Here, turn it to your phone so you can point out like you did before, please. Okay, why are the trees bow down? It is. Can you answer that question from the poem?
Yes.
Yes, you can. So is that
the wind blew them down?
very nice?
So that's L.
That's L. It is literal. Nicely done. All right, two more. Which one do you work on next?
This one is I.
Okay, well, let's see. So, how does the poet feel about the wind? You say it's I. Why?
Because it's not in the story.
It's not in there, is it? Is it in there?
No.
How do you think he feels about the wind? Or she? Is it not she? It's Christina. That's a girl name. So,
Nope. It's I.
I agree. It is I. I was just wondering how. I think
And
just
this
quickly.
one's
I don't know.
Well, what does it say? Why do you think the poet wrote this poem? Why did the poet write this poem?
To tell us.
They tell us how you don't see the wind, but it's flowing next to you.
Really? So you don't see the wind, but it's flowing next to you.
So it's I.
So, do you agree? Interpretive? I agree. That is interpretive. So, answer really quickly. Why? How do you think the poet feels about the wind, though?
Everything feels so chill.
Is it like a positive poem or a negative? Is it a good poem? Feel good about the wind, or is it negative? Feels bad about the wind?
Good poem.
It feels good about the wind.
So, do you think the poet, the author of the poem, feels good about the wind?
Yes.
Probably so. Probably enjoys it, I must say. All right, nicely done. We have done all of this lesson. I'm going to double check. We have We did that pretty fast. You guys were on top of it. So go ahead, you can pack it up.
You take this home.
That one, yes.